The Straw Hat Crew shows off as they escape from Punk Hazard in my review of One Piece episode 621. Yes, Frankie, deliver us from evil. Frankie is definitely one of the most fun characters in the entire series, and he got to show off big time this week, but he's really not the only star. There was Nami, there was Usopp, and they really got to display how useful they are to the Straw Hat Crew. The battle with Baby Five in Buffalo continues to be one of the craziest fights of the entire arc, and for me personally, it's been my favorite battle of the entire Punk Hazard arc, even though we've had some really cool moments from Zoro, from Luffy when he was fighting against Caesar Clown. I just love to see Frankie having so much fun in this giant death machine. And it really is powerful. Buffalo and Baby Five can't stop it with any of their attacks, and she has a lot of really cool moves. I mean, she goes from using a giant Gatling gun to literally turning into a giant flamethrower. As crazy as that sound, it works in the One Piece universe, and it makes this episode really entertaining. But try as they might, Frankie actually ends up winning the entire battle with his general cannon, which is pretty damn super! The effect of the beam is hilarious, just getting to see the giant explosion, but mostly I love the look on Buffalo's face when he's hit by it. It just completely, blows him back, and he just looks all distorted and hilarious. But still, there are some other Straw Hat Crew members who really get to show off. Nami in particular, as the Straw Hat Crew are making their way out of Punk Hazard down this Indiana Jones Temple of Doom sort of device. You get to see that she uses her climb attack to use some wind, and she uses a gust to get rid of all of the poison gas, and she saves all the kids, and everybody's happy. The scene which follows has a really badass moment when Buffalo and Baby Five are basically surrounded by both Frankie and the Straw Hat Crew, and you get to see there's a scene where they all team up and they're all standing together, and it looks really, really awesome. And you also gotta love when Usopp, Chopper, and Luffy are reacting to Frankie and his giant robot, and all the kids as well, although the females don't seem as impressed. One scene that I felt was kind of strange but still had a little bit of payoff was when Buffalo and Baby Five, they actually caught Caesar Clown and started to run off with him. And I'm like, why were you guys letting them do this? Why would you let them just immediately take them? And really, the reason for it is because we need to have two more members of the Straw Hat Crew show off, and that's Usopp and Nami. And I love how they build up their scene a lot, and Zoro really isn't impressed by any of this. But they get to do some really cool stuff. First and foremost, Nami can summon freaking lightning clouds, and she can send lightning down, and she actually zaps freaking Buffalo and Baby Five. It kind of reminded me of how Pikachu, when he shocks people, the way it looked, you could see their skeleton and everything, and they start to fall to the ground. And this is when Usopp's plan comes in, and he has this giant Venus flytrap, or basically it's like a piranha plant from Mario Brothers, and he has it eat all of these rocks and everything, and then he uses that as sort of like a catapult to launch all of these giant boulders towards them, and he knocks out Buffalo. And he's also able to throw in some sea prism stones in there, which is pretty clever on his part. And because of that, they get tangled up with Caesar Clown, and he ends up falling down, and they capture them. And things look pretty victorious, but don't celebrate too soon, because Dolflamingo is on the way. And apparently someone else is on their way as well. You get to see at the end of the episode hanging out on top of a freaking penguin. Remember, this is One Piece. It is Okiji, and who knows what the hell he's going to be up to, but I cannot wait to see, because we have some really crazy things that are all about to converge at once. But otherwise, this was a great episode. It demonstrated why all the members of the Straw Hat Crew are useful, and why they are interesting characters in general. Frankie is definitely one of my favorite members of the Straw Hat Crew, and this episode definitely demonstrated why. He's having so much fun doing what he's doing, and it's fun to watch that. Usopp is as hilarious as ever. There are moments when he's really a coward that are funny, and then there's the moments where he steps up and you're like, yeah, that's right, Usopp, you the fucking man! And then, of course, Nami, she's just always really clever and just continues to be just gorgeous smoking hot. So, awesome episode. A lot of really cool moments. A lot of characters getting to show off. I finally had one complaint. It's that they had to show an entire recap from last week's episode, which took about 5.5 minutes to get through, and that's never good. So I'm going to bump this episode down to a 9, but otherwise, this was an awesome episode of One Piece that I think is worth your attention, especially if you are following the series. So check it out. It's awesome. So you guys know that I liked this episode, but what about you guys? How did you feel about this week's episode of One Piece? Did you have any favorite moments? You can let me know with your comments below. And hit that like button. Give this video a thumbs up. It helps us out so much. I can't really explain it. And check out the videos up top. Watch them. Thumbs up, subscribe. And if you have any things you guys want to see from us, any suggestions, you can let us know with your comments below. Because, we have a lot of fun doing this and blah, 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 blah. That's my weird, awkward sales pitch. I will see you guys next time.